Rice is a well-known cereal in the world. However, 20 years ago, it wasn't a popular crop for cultivation amongst Ugandans. This meant importation of rice for domestic consumption. Mr. Tatsushi Tsuboi, also known as Mr. Narika, who first set foot in Uganda in 2004, saw that there was barely any rice production despite the huge potential in the largest part of the country.
I realized the high potential for rice production in Uganda because it's a very good rainfall and also soil is very fertile. I started the 3 research assistants. Then I requested to Japan to build the rice research and training center.
Through the successful implementation of past rice projects, Narika and SIAD, we were able to promote the growth of upland and lowland rice in Uganda.
We developed the paddy field and we conduct many experiments. And we develop teaching materials and we train the farmers and technicians.
This also laid to the foundation for future JICA intervention in Uganda's rice subsector. Since then, rice cultivation has increasingly become popular in Uganda thanks to the government's prioritization of rice as one of the key commodities for food and income security. But the subsector still faced a number of challenges, such as low technical capacity of the research and extension officers, which has greatly affected productivity and production of rice. To increase rice production in the country, JICA partnered up with the Ministry of Agriculture and Fisheries and the National Agriculture Research Organization to implement the Promotion of Rice Development Project.
The PRiDe project started in 2011. The project was premised to increase quantity of rice produced in Uganda, and our target that time was about 15,000 metric tons. To increase area under rice through the project by a target of about 10,000 hectares. Also to train farmers who can grow rice professionally. As you know, rice is a new crop in Uganda, and so not many people know how to grow it.
The result of various researches and trials are used for creating training materials for farmers training and trainers training. In addition, we are creating new rice variety with virus disease resistant.
We conduct advanced research in our own laboratory where we tweak and modify the rice seeds for improved quality.
This project is involved in breeding activities which are aimed at producing disease-resistant varieties that are favorable to farmer conditions. These varieties have been tested in different districts. So far, we have attained differences in the performance of these varieties in different districts. Therefore, we will be selecting each variety per district.
With the help of the different zonal agriculture research development institutes, we are able to improve on the technical capacity of the research and extension officers in the country. Now, the extension officers can provide the technical backstopping to the farmers.
We are doing adaptive trials and rice demonstration on station, and we also do seed multiplication. We are focusing on America for seed. One of the benefits we've seen as a result of this linkage is the ability of farmers to be able to access clean seed directly from research, and the ability and the presence of extension to be able to provide the technical knowledge to farmers.
Uganda hosts more than 1 million refugees from neighboring countries. We collaborate with UNHCR to contribute to the refugee response. By making quality Narika seeds available to refugees and their hosts, we are helping to boost the rice production and productivity.
UNHCR and JICA, through the cooperation, train farmers, training of trainers to improve food security and incomes of refugees. And many of them report 3 times the income they will realize if they grew any other crop.
Imagine we started with 1 kilo as per what JICA does. They give you 1 kilo And I was very surprised because I followed the instructions as per that space for 1 kilo. The way it brought for me 69 kilograms, 1 kilo. And it has helped me even in paying my children in the school. Right now I have one child in the university, others are in secondary, others in primary, which formerly I could not manage to cater for their educational requirements. Had I not to join this project, I think I would not manage, because it has helped me a lot economically.
Through the project, we accomplished the goals set at its beginning: an increase of rice production and area coverage of 20,000 metric tons and 10,000 hectares, respectively. At the end of Phase 1, we reached a tremendous 50,000 metric tons and 18,000 hectares with 49,000 farmers trained. The number of rice researchers and research works conducted at NACRI has greatly increased with new rice varieties and technologies generated and released to the public.
We developed new technology dissemination model to enhance farmer-to-farmer extension approach through developing the farmer instructor at the community level. So now we call Musamesa Field School.
Through the model, a mother demonstration site is established, on which the host farmer and a group of about 12 farmers are selected to undergo a technical rice training. This leads to the selection of farmer instructors, also known as technology dissemination agents, who not only practice the adopted technologies, but also train colleagues in their respective communities.
The Farmer Musamesa Field School also went ahead to be able to build the capacity of farmers to be able to provide minimum extension to their fellow farmers. I've been able to interact with a lot of the farmers in Mirei. The way they talk is as if it's an extension farmer who has been trained in a diploma course for 2-3 years is talking, just because of the confidence that has come as a result of extension and research personnel working with them closely over the years.
Rice is now one of the most strategic crops, which is being prioritized to be very important for food security, but also household income in Uganda. So it is important that we keep up with the pace of production to keep with the pace of demand.
In the countryside, at least now farmers are able to take rice, to produce rice. In fact, it was evident that where PRiDe worked, very many mills came up. When we did the evaluation at the end of Phase 1, we found that we still needed to do more and requested the JICA to give us a second phase. And in the second phase, our focus is going to be on increasing productivity.
Now, the PRiDe project Phase 2 will start from the 1st April 2019, aiming at the improvement of productivity of the individual rice growing farmers through the linkage between research and extension.
Looking into the future, we shall seek to continue delivering the best rice technologies to develop the rice sector in Uganda.